everybody, how are you guys doing? This specific video is about Professor Stanley Ogilvy, and it's about Nikki Parker. Shout out to Nikki Parker, aka Monique, okay, because she did her big one in this show. I absolutely want to get into the Parkers, yes.
Or Professor Ogilvy.
Now, this is a perfect example of you not knowing your worth, and also somebody taking advantage of you because they feel as like they could, and because she allowed it, in my opinion.
If you love it, Nikki Peter, throw your hands up. If you love it, Nikki Peter, throw your hands up. If you love it, Nikki Peter, throw your hands up. If you love it, Nikki Peter, just scream.
Nikki was the star of the show, okay? And everybody who watched the show absolutely loved and adored her. However, I think that she had low self-esteem, okay? In my opinion, she had low self-esteem because why would you allow this man to play in your face for so long and not want nothing from you and consistently keep on showing you? And the sad part about it is she never could move on. Every time she found herself moving on, this man would interrupt whatever she had going on, okay? I want to talk about her 3 love interests. One of her love interests, of course, is Professor, and the other one is Kenny, and then we gonna talk about the last guy, which is Johnny. Child, it's a lot to get into because this woman deserves so much more, and she allowed herself to just accept the lowest because she was so in love with Professor.
When I first laid eyes on you, I said, that man's gonna be my boo.
Now, I don't know what it was about this man, but she loved her some him, child.
Who is this?
Professor Ogilvy? Hey, Professor.
No habla inglés.
And what might you be looking for besides me? Trust me, he'll be in good hands. And if you play your cards right, so will you.
I'll see you tomorrow, Miss Parker.
Now, child, after the back and forth and back, she finally got some from him, and it took her 2 years to get it. And she was so happy, so happy. And in my opinion, I felt like in this day and age, that would be counting as a violation, some sort of, because if a man did it to a woman, it would be a, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say any, letters, A, M, a bunch of different things, A, B, C, D, all these different assaults and different things. It would be one of those if it was in this day and age. However, she had to trick this man to finally get some from him or sleep with him, and it just was a mess.
And it took me almost 2.5 years before I got with the professor.
Yeah, you should have got him drunk sooner.
And the only reason they even got it on was because this man was feeling guilty because he lied about being fired. He was over here telling people that he got a new job and all of this UCLA new job when it was all a lie. And after admitting that he lied, child, she was the only person that believed in him. That was like, oh, it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. And honestly, she caught him at a very vulnerable moment and kind of, in my opinion, took advantage of the situation. However, he enjoyed it. It happened. And you know what I'm saying? They got it popping.
I got fired.
Fired? How could USC fire you before you even start?
There is no USC. Santa Monica College let me go. And I didn't say anything because I was too ashamed.
Oh, my poor baby. I'm so sorry. You must feel terrible.
Like, she was literally the only person that really believed in him, that had unconditional love for him, no matter what he did, no matter what happened, period.
We'll get through this. I promise you. They must be out of their minds to get rid of a great professor like you.
You really think I'm a great professor?
Are you kidding? If I had 3 college degrees, I still want to take a class from you.
Thank you, Miss Parker.
I'm here for you, boo. Is this the part when you kick me out?
Not tonight.
You're not gonna throw me out the window, are you?
Now, the sad part is, even after she gave him some or he gave her some and they got it popping, he still didn't want her. And she just, I don't know what it is. She couldn't get through her mind that he did not want her. He ain't want her.
Face it, Mama, that man doesn't want you.
Talk about big time Delulu energy. Hella delusional, but she stuck by that man, held that man down, was there for him through a lot of his tough times. Now, I put it or I blame it on the fact that she was a big girl, you know, because my thing is a lot of big girls, and I know a lot of big girls. I have a lot of, you know, like thicker cousins and people like that was more around and had more body. And for whatever reason, a lot of big girls struggle with this self-esteem issue where they don't feel like they are deserving of better. Not all. I don't want to say all, because they got the girls that are confident and, you know, sustained in their weight and love themselves regardless. But a lot of the big girls, I don't know what it is about these beautiful women that they have very low self-esteem. They don't feel like they're attractive. They don't feel beautiful. They don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, they're good looking. And the thing is, that's not something you can buy. That's something you have to like build within yourself, your self-esteem, build on it. You could be the skinniest person too. Like if you don't have high self-esteem, you don't believe that you're worthy of good things or you are a beautiful person, then people in life will take advantage of you. You know, that's that love versus survival. You know what I'm saying? People will survive off of you if you don't have that within yourself. And I've noticed a lot of big women, the thick women, the women with the thighs and the extra weight, whatever, that most men love it. They'll say, hey, that's your love handles. They think it's amazing. They have low self-esteem, those type of women, for whatever reason. And I never could understand, because to me, they were beautiful. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen Bridgerton, but it's giving me Bridgerton tease, okay? Y'all know Penelope and Cullen? Yes, y'all. The new season is out, so by the time you guys seen this, the season probably already been out or whatever. But if y'all see Bridgerton is giving Penelope, you know, and Cullen, because Cullen never really liked Penelope like that, in my opinion. She was always like head over heels in love with him, and it just wasn't giving that for him.
You love him?
What?
No, it makes sense now. Your objections, your meddling. You love Colin Bridgerton.
You know not of what you speak.
This man literally only saw her like a little sister. She was head over heels over him.
Your love is an unrequited fantasy. Colin sees you as you are and regards you no differently than he does Eloise, or even little Hyacinth.
And the thing about it is, in this season, she had found somebody that saw her worthy, saw her shine, saw her as being as beautiful as she is. And that man loved her. However, she was so stuck in her head in chasing that man who never wanted her. I don't know if it's one of those things to where you have to finally achieve. You chase this for so long, and you feel like you didn't put in all this work, so somebody else could get this, you know, the rewards of it. I don't know if it's that, or I don't know if it's just low self-esteem to where you just accept and accept rejection. You don't think that you're deserving of better. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, a lot of big women settle, and I don't know why. Like, they settle for the guys that they have to chase. They settle for the guys they have to convince. They settle. Not even women in general. A lot of women settle in general, but it's a different type of energy for the bigger girls. The bigger girls, a lot of the times they are settling, and it's not cool.
You're my girl, and I can't stand to see you being treated like this.
Girl, he didn't mean it. Now, he loves me. He was just stressed out. You know everything he's been going through. Where's your compassion?
The same place your dignity is.
And later on, I want to talk about Andell and her relationship, her friendship with Nikki Parker. But right now, I just want to focus on the fact that she had such low self-esteem that she didn't think that she deserved somebody to treat her good. Because it would, for me, it's the only explanation to why she didn't see these other men as a good thing after being dogs for so long. She just didn't have it in her.
Now, wait a minute, Andell. Don't do that, okay? Now, he's just being a little testy right now. But that'll all change as soon as we're married.
Earth to Nikki, he is not going to marry you.
And that's not something that somebody else can give you, your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself. Like, even after she got the proposal, got a man that loved her, did all these amazing things to show her that he loved her, she was still thinking about Stanley. Stanley this, Stanley that, Stanley. After this man dogged you for over 3 years, child, this man was dogging you for a good 5 years. And you just sit over Stanley. Like, that's what makes me feel like she had to be broken inside to accept that. Because when abuse happens now, I don't know if it's because maybe with age I have evolved and I've grown to just question abuse on both sides, right? One, the person who's abusing, you're a horrible person. Why would you do that? Why are you hurting somebody? Why, cause an innocent person pain? But also the person who's receiving it, because why did you feel as though that you had to, deal with that? Why did you not feel like you deserved better than that? You were deserving for more than that, more than somebody treating you like you're lower or beneath them. Why, you know what I'm saying? Why didn't you feel like you couldn't or shouldn't be treated that way? It's something broken on both sides, in my opinion.
Nikki, you about to marry Johnny. Don't tell me you're still thinking about the professor.
Well, it's just that, I thought, never mind.
And the sad part about it is you be thinking like, oh, these women that don't have the high self-esteem, a lot of my big sisters, they be thinking the lowest of themselves, and all that they're putting forward, these men see it. These men know that you're amazing, you're smart, you're awesome, you have all of these amazing qualities. Like, Nikki Parker went back to school at her age, educated herself, got herself together. You know what I'm saying? Like, where other people would be giving up on themselves, she didn't. She got, her education. She's over here trying to go to college, accomplish all these big things, and she's just doing it, raising her daughter. You know what I'm saying? She's an all-around great person, great mother, beautiful inside and out. And he knew that, and he still decided to play in her face. And she, did not feel as though she deserved better. And I don't know if it's because she was a single mother, or it was maybe because she was a young mother, because remember, she had her baby early on, like around high school. I don't know if it's that. I don't know what it was in her life that broke her or made her feel as though she didn't deserve better. But whatever it was, it had a heavy hand in it, because it affected moving forward her relationship with men. And I don't know if it's her relationship with her child's father, because they were young when they had the kid. I don't know if it's that. I don't know what took place, but whatever it took place, it took a big chip at her self-esteem. And I think that that's why she was accepting crumbs, whatever you want to call it, from Stanley.
Why shouldn't she get married? I mean, she's smart, she's funny, she's loving to a fault. I mean, how many women do you know would go back to school at her age? Not to mention raise a daughter that most people would have put up for adoption.
And let's get into her child's father, or the men that go after her, because these men that have been seeking her or looking for her or interest or showing any interest in her are well-to-do men. They are not low-quality men. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about how when we speak about Kenny, he owned a club because school education wasn't for him, but he has his own business. You know what I'm saying?
What have you been up to? Oh, me in college, we didn't click, so I started doing club promotions till I had enough money to buy one.
Yeah? Which one? This one, baby. Man, that is great.
And the other person that was all Johnny into her, he was gonna marry her. Johnny was a chef. You know what I'm saying? He was a chef.
Johnny, what do you do?
Oh, I'm a chef.
Wow, what a coincidence. Did you know Nikki is a caterer?
And all of that, and Nikki's a caterer. So for me, these well-to-do men showed interest in her, so that says a lot to do with her and her as a person. The fact that your child's father was wealthy, had a mansion, all of these different things, a lot of women aren't even able to garner that sort of attention from a man of that quality, in my opinion. And I think that speaks volumes on the type of woman that you are on the inside, your character. Yes, you was a teen mother. Yes, all of these different things. However, you had to be of quality to attract. They say you are who you attract, right? So the men that are attracted to you most of the time are a reflection upon you. Not all the time, but they are a reflection upon you and, just you overall. So if this is the type of men that are interested in you, I think it says a lot about your character. It says a lot about you as a person and as a woman. So for her to not expect or accept that she deserved more, because you can't tell me you need to be dealing with a man putting up with you or treating you the way in which Stanley Ogilvy was treating her. That shows me that she did not have high self-esteem, right? And she should have, because she should have had better love for herself, loved and valued herself more, so that way she could get better. Because the fact that your child father was who he was shows that, hey, you attract these type of men, that you have gold on the inside and you're a beautiful person on the outside. And it's a shame that she didn't see that for herself.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Mel. Let me introduce you. My baby daddy. Meet my future baby daddy.
Any chance of you two getting back together? Soon?
Nope. She all yours, Professor. I insist. Take her.
And child, this woman was always pushing herself on this man, and it only made her look sad and desperate to me. But this woman just had to show the world and Professor that she was in love with him, and that's exactly what it showed. It showed low self-esteem.
That's the professor? How do I look? Desperate?
But she didn't deserve that. She deserved a man to treat her good, a man that cared about her, a man that just accepted her for who she was, because she was a beautiful person. She didn't have to put 10 on 20 for him to accept her. But child, let's talk about Veronica. We got to get into Veronica. The Veronica of it all, his on-again, off-again girlfriend, child, Veronica.
Veronica!
Stanley, I'm back.
Oh, mommy.
Now, at some point, Stanley thought that he got Monique, a.k.a. Nikki Parker, pregnant. So he was trying to be a good man and stand by her. And Veronica was not going to play the side. And, you're not going to play with me like you was playing with Miss Parker, okay?
Veronica, honey. Is everything okay?
Oh, damn, you fine.
Who are you?
I'm Rick, Veronica's fiance.
Fiance?
Fiance.
Damn, you're really fine.
You must be Stanley.
That's so beautiful.
Well, we better get going. I've got a wedding dress to pick out.
If you don't love me, I'm finna move on. And child, she got her a man. And it was a fine man. So fine that Nikki Parker was like, damn, he fine. Like, he was fine, okay? She wasn't about to stand around and keep playing with him while he go do the whole back and forth or whatever he be doing, the little ring around a rosy that, he be playing with goddamn Nikki Parker. Veronica's like, I know my word, child. She moved right ahead on and got her somebody to marry her within seconds after being with this man on again, off again, and they never even take that leap of faith into marriage. He likes to, and that's what I'm saying, he likes to play with women play with women and drop them. Like he be trying to pretend like, oh, he's this type of guy or that type of, no. This man was manipulative, and I don't care what nobody say. He liked to play games. And if that was the case, that he don't like to play games, why didn't he marry Veronica after them doing the on and again, off again situation? This woman was invested in him. He never thought to marry her or take it to the next level. He was always playing these games, and the same games he was, at first playing with Veronica, and she wasn't seeing it because it was early on in a relationship that this man had no intentions on marriage or going that route. She just thought that, hey, this was just that. But when she saw how he was with Nikki and when he was on, oh, this is, who I want to be with, she was like, I need to find somebody to be with me. And she wasn't going to play with him. She said, listen, I'm going to find somebody that's willing to commit to me because I know I'm fine. She wasn't having low self-esteem. She found her somebody and quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hold up. Egghead Ogilvy. Kenny broke down player Davis. What's happening, baby?
Now let's get into the Kenny of it all. Okay, so Kenny was her first love interest, and child, I felt like she should have been with Kenny, in my opinion. And yes, there was a whole situation with the bet, right? Because this man had a whole little bet situation going on, but it reminded me of a thin line between love and hate, and how shicey and shady bets can be. Okay, because we all know it ain't a good thing when a man put a bet on you. Okay, when he put a bet on you, it could go good and it could go bad. I have been here for it going either way, but yes, we all know. But y'all remember a thin line between love and hate?
Who's that? That's Brandy. Love to hang, but I got my phone out. You know. Hey, remember the bet? Oh no, you remember the bet.
Y'all, that's the whole bet situation. But y'all, the crazy thing about the bet is he wasn't even thinking about the bet. Like, Stanley offered this man to do the bet, trying to make it seem like it was his idea, when initially you was basically trying to get Nikki Parker off your hands, and you brought it to your friend. Your friend was just saying hi to you, and you offered for him to take her off, your hands or whatever. It's not like he came to you with that idea. And the crazy thing is, later on when he flips it, it's like, yo, you the one that came up with the idea to have this person being taken off your hands with your friend. Like, you showed that much disinterest in her and wanted her just away, only for her, when she go away, for you not to be able to take it.
Kenny, I need a favor. You see that woman barreling over here?
Oh, dog, that's you?
No. I need you to keep her busy. I'm sort of working on something else.
Look at you trying to be a player. Hey, man, I got your back. I owe you.
Hey, you sure you can handle it?
Hey, once I work my magic, she's just gonna be a member of Club Kenny. Hey there.
And she just walked right in that trap. She didn't even see it coming. Kenny was working his charm on her, but it didn't work. But it was funny to me.
I think you're looking for me.
Excuse me, why would I be looking for you?
Because you're a woman, and I'm me.
You're all so tired. No move for
No. I've been looking at you all night. Can I just get one dance? I mean, you don't want me to have to walk out of here with my tail between my legs.
Well, tuck it in and take a seat. Not interested. What?
You're gonna be back, baby. Oh, yes, that's right.
Get away from me.
And I know what y'all thinking, but Kenny was a little promising to me. It was promising.
Oh, teacher, what's my grade so far?
Well, you get an A for the meal, but an F for your acting.
What?
Yes, my connection in the registrar's office tells me you're not a student at SMC.
All right, I'm busted. How long have you known?
About $800 ago.
How come you didn't say anything?
Because I needed another 2 hours to pay off my visa bill.
Well, I'm just doing this to get closer to you.
And there has been proof that this could go good or bad. Y'all remember Deliver Us from Eva? That was a bet situation that went good. You know what I'm saying? That bet situation went good because at first it was like, yeah, he did the bet and it was a bad thing, but he found the love of his life. Now, had he not did that bet, he would have never got with Eva. You know what I'm saying? Never really found the love of his life. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so the bet thing could have worked out. We have both examples, okay? It could have worked out good.
I'll go on the date with you.
Yes. What made you change your mind, Ray?
Saw at a restaurant. Man, if I can get that woman, I'll go down and play a Hall of Fame.
You sure will. Okay.
Their little connection to me was very promising if it only worked out.
Listen, Kenny, I think you're a nice person, but my heart belongs to Professor Stanley Ogilvy.
Is that right? Well, Stan and I, we go way back.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Then he'd be devastated if I dated one of his friends.
Well, I'm glad you told me. Because he'd be really jealous if he saw you with me.
He would?
Oh, yeah. Stanley and I have always been extremely competitive. Whatever I have, he wants.
He has been playing hard to get. Maybe I could use your help.
I'm at your service.
All I'm saying is, if it worked out for Ray and Eva, who knows if it would not have worked out for Kenny and Nikki? Because it could have worked out. Bets don't always go wrong. They have, history of it working out.
Quit my job, sold my house and bought them.
You shouldn't have. I can't be bought.
Got him a home in a stable just outside of town. It's paid up for a year.
Are you even listening to me?
Yes. Now you listen to me. You said love is a choice. Well, I love you. And I'm not leaving. I'm gonna show up at your job every day. I'm gonna send you gifts and tell you I'm sorry until you understand that I will not live without you. Or until you call the cops on me, but even that won't stop me.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this your animal?
Yes, officer. This is my horse. My horse.
So there is that a thin line between love and hate where it went kind of ugly.
You know what you are? You're a dog. I'm gonna shoot you for all women. You fuck with the wrong one.
But in my opinion, they were going to turn out like Deliver Us from Eva, and it was going to all work out in the end, in my opinion, if they really would have gave it a chance.
You sure are helpful. What are you getting out of this?
Just the satisfaction of knowing I'm bringing two wonderful people together.
All right. But no funny business.
I promise. No funny business.
Yes, Kenny used to be a player back in the days when they was younger, but he was an older man at that point, and it's not like he went out seeking Nikki Parker. No, Stanley Ogilvy put him on Nikki Parker to keep her away from him, and then for him to like turn it around later on is crazy to me. He went to that school looking for Nikki Parker. If you really felt like that was your girl, or not even your friend at the very least, even if you're not gonna say that's my girl, if you just gonna say that's my friend, the very least, he came to you and said, hey, can I pursue that? And you already know that he has a history of being a player. Why would you encourage it? Yeah, go ahead, go after that. Get that off my hands. You know, go after that, bro, blah, blah, blah. You gave your blessing, and now all of a sudden, because it's not working out, you want to renege.
Man, what's shaking? Kelly, what you doing here, man? I'm looking for that sweet chocolate chunk of a woman that shut me down at my club the other night.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, the one with the big mouth and big smile and big everything.
Miss Parker?
That's the one.
Why?
Hey, man, I got a score to settle. No woman ever turns down Kenny Magnificent, Magnicious, Thanks.
Man, after all these years, you're still your number one fan.
Hey, what can I say, man? That's my charm.
Go work your charm, please.
Hey, so you don't mind if I take her out?
Mine? I'll give you my credit card.
And I never truly got why Nikki Parker was so upset at Kenny, because you set up a plan with Kenny to make Professor Stanley Ogilvy jealous, right? And then Professor Stanley Ogilvy and Kenny had their own plan because Professor wanted Kenny to, you know, keep you away from him. So everybody was playing games. So I don't know why she got so upset. Maybe she didn't feel like he was going to play her, or you hated the fact that he was playing both sides or playing all sides. And I could understand that if that's the reason why she was upset. But it was all a game. Y'all all was playing games, being childish when y'all just need to be real with one another. And Professor was the main one who needed to be real with himself, because if you really wanted her, is it really about you wanting her? Because sometimes men don't really be wanting you. They just don't want nobody else to have you. And I don't know what's that about, but it happens like that. Not even just men. People in general are like that. It's just shadiness. Pete, you be chasing somebody for years and they don't want you, but they don't want nobody else to have you. And it's just weird energy. This whole time, he just did not want Kenny, you know, with Nikki Parker, because he felt like, oh, he was jealous, and he felt like that she was his, you know, his stalker, you know, chase me, like show me love, unreciprocated love, unreciprocated energy. Just, you know, put that into me. How dare you show that to a different man, show that to another man? It was giving narcissist to me. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that she liked him so much, believed in him so much, had so much feelings towards him, that he was just so big-headed and just thought that he was just the bee's knees.
Is he looking?
More like gawking. Can't take his eyes off us.
Oh, good. Let's turn it up a notch.
Okay, now.
That's nasty.
That's just nasty.
This man on a whole date with this woman that he claims to find so attractive and just could not keep his eyes off of Nikki. It just was a mess.
Stanley?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Look, from now on, we'll only talk about you.
Look, Stanley, I just wanted to tell you that I'm so glad that we had this chance to talk. So, anyway, I was gonna head down to the store and pick up some arsenic and kill you with it.
That's nice.
Heck, if there's any left, I might even kill myself.
Good idea.
Oh, Kenny, you are the frisky one, aren't you?
Did you hear that?
Stanley?
Oh, yeah. Tony, wait! Wait, Tony, where are you going?
Home to my cat. At least something will be purring in my ear.
Tony, wait!
And the thing is, she seemed like she was having her a good time with Kenny this whole time.
Oh, you are a genius.
No, you and I make a great team.
Then all of a sudden he tried to flip it around, make it seem like, oh, I just didn't want your feelings to be hurt. No, the only reason you trying to stop what Kenny's doing is because you jealous and you don't want nobody showing Miss Parker any love, any attention, because you feel like she belonged to you.
You and Kenny been spending a lot of time together lately.
Jealous?
No.
Well, you should be, because Kenny really knows how to treat a woman.
Look, Miss Parker, I need to talk to you about Kenny.
What about him? You want me to stop seeing him?
No, look, I hate to tell you this, but the brother is and always has been a player.
What are you saying?
Look, the only reason he asked you out is because, well, I wanted him to keep you out of my hair for a little while.
But then why is he still after me?
The night you rejected him at the club, he made it his mission to get you into bed so he could maintain his reputation.
And you knew about this?
Look, Miss Parker, I'm sorry. I had to tell you. I didn't want to see you get hurt.
Well, too late for that.
Then he did all of this only to not want her. Like, you doing all of this, but you don't want her. You don't want to be with her. You just want her to only pour into you, show you attention, show you care, show you all of that. Because the reason why I say this is because ain't nothing changed. When Kenny finally, like fessed up to everything and he all on this apology tour and I'm sorry.
For you, my queen.
Professor Ogilvy said you're doing him a favor by going out with me. Is that true?
Yes. No. Wait, let me explain.
So he was right. You're using me?
In the beginning, yes, but it had nothing to do with you. It was about me and who I used to be. And I promise you, Nikki, that man is gone. And this man wants to be the man to make you smile.
You want to make me smile?
More than anything.
Then get out before I throw you out.
Nikki.
Leave
come on now.
now.
Do this. Don't. Nikki, please, Nikki.
I'm sorry. When they try to work things out, this man is just so relentless. He's jealous. He's, freaking out. And this woman's been after him, chasing him, trying to be with him for years.
Your obsessive regressive behavior is due to one reason. You're in love with Nikki Parker.
I'm in love with Nikki Parker? No.
Help me.
For years. But he just kept on playing in her face. Now, all of a sudden, he's just so disturbed and so heartbroken at the fact that, she was showing somebody else attention.
Listen, This charade that you're carrying on with Miss Parker has got to end.
Charade? What charade? It's the real thing.
Oh, please. You and Nikki Parker? I mean, that's as ridiculous as...
What? You and Nikki Parker?
Exactly. No. Look, I admit I was a little slow to come around, but, I finally seen the light, and, I want you to step aside and let true love prevail.
It is prevailing. With me.
Okay, I'm trying to be civil here. Don't make me get physical. I mean, I will fight for the woman I love.
Stan, are you forgetting that I was a Golden Gloves boxing champion?
Yes, I was. How are you at backgammon?
I'm sorry, Stan. It's too late. You blew it.
Because, she finally did forgive Kenny. Finally, it forgave him after all the sorries.
It's the game, sorry.
He's sorry, all right.
Oh, I think that's cute.
Hey, Nikki. I see you got the game.
I've had enough of your games.
Nikki, I'm sorry. Maybe this will help convince you. Don't move.
Ready? Okay. S-O-R-R-Y, he's sorry. Yeah, he's sorry. Yeah. S-O-R-R-Y, he's sorry. Yeah, he's sorry. Yeah, he's really not that kind of guy. He's sorry. Yeah, he's sorry. Yeah. S-O-R-R-Y, he's sorry.
Well,
You get points for showmanship.
And when I tell you, Stanley was taken aback. He didn't know what to do. He was so disturbed.
It's no use. The doctor was right. I'm sorry, Tony. You have to leave.
Now, at first, he was confused on what was going on. But when he felt her really drawn back from him and started really taking notice that, hey, she not being her usual obsessive self, I think that's when it really hit him. Dang, she's really, not really paying no attention to me.
I haven't seen Miss Parker all day. I feel like a kid at Christmas.
well, don't look now, but here comes the Grinch.
Is it too much to ask for just one day apiece?
Hey, Professor. Woody, have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen him.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Do I look all right? I mean, does my breath stink? Do I have any nasty food between my teeth or anything like that?
No, you seem the same to me.
And you saw what just happened. I mean, Miss Parker didn't even speak to me. I mean, she barely noticed me.
So isn't that what you want?
Woody, you are so blind. She's up to something.
She literally loved and cared about this man so much that in his mind, he felt like he was just the best thing since sliced bread. He could not wrap it around in his head of her not being interested in him or her moving on with somebody else. He just could not fathom that.
Just as I suspected, she's up to something.
She could just be into that pretty boy.
Kenny? Over me? Woody, you slay me.
He just convinced himself because she was so obsessive that he was just, all that in a bag of chips, and he got his little feelings hurt.
Yeah, get ready to leave now, Miss Parker.
Oh, have a nice day.
Yep. I think I'll just go see a romantic movie all by myself. Yeah.
Look, Professor, I'm trying to study here, so could you wrap it up?
Fine. You don't have to be so rude.
It's like when she backed away from him, he became the stalker. He became the crazed person. He became the one wondering, oh, I wonder why she don't like me no more. I wonder why she's acting like this. I wonder. He became Nikki Parker when she wasn't being that way towards him.
remember when I've been so happy.
Me neither.
I got an idea. How about we go up to the mountains this weekend? I'll rent a cabin. We do a little fishing, a little hiking.
Now hold up. So you had me into the hiking. I don't climb nothing, hurt myself on top.
We can just spend time in the cabin. Light a nice fire. Do some reading. Or something.
Oh, now something. That's more my speed.
And I think that that's like news for her. Like if she would back up and let him miss her, or let him, you know what I'm saying, have her absence. You can't give somebody too much of yourself, you know? You can't, because sometimes some people just deserve to be ignored. They thrive in that, you know, hard to get type of energy. You know, you can't just give it all to somebody, because this whole time this man love her, have all these feelings for her, but he playing in her face. I don't know if it's that hard to get that, you know, give and take thing, that, oh, some people are in love with the chase. They want the chase, to chase the person. Maybe it's that. I don't know what it was, but he like just loved her more. I don't know. They say absence makes the heart grow fonder. Maybe it's that. However, when she finally drew off her energy from him, he just could not take it. He was trying to figure out, wait, what? Like, what? Who's better than me?
You know, she could just be into that pretty boy. Kenny? Over me? Would you slay me?
This man was going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, okay? Kept on saying that he see her everywhere. He just felt like he just could not take it. He was going crazy, obsessive, all about her. Something that he wasn't at all doing before. And I don't know what it is or what it took for him to become that way, but he was going crazy over her.
But first, how about a chocolate-covered strawberry?
Oh, I love those. Stanley? Stanley, what is it? Is something wrong?
And I think that all of that came from her not wanting to be with him. Like, all of it. I think that he just does not know, or did not know, how to stomach not being looked at as being all that. I think she gave him a certain confidence. I think that she made him feel as though he was the man, you know, because without her, he was just some corny professor who liked corny music, who had just a corny, you know, outlook. His entire swag was corny. There was nothing really special about him. The best thing about him was he had this one lady named Nikki Parker that was head over heels over him and just wanted to be with him and just saw the best thing in him. And she just, you know, brought out the best in him. I really don't think that he would have had that much fly, you know, female attention. And nothing has she not made him or bigged him up to be looked at as this amazing catch, because honestly, he just was not a catch without her. You know what I'm saying? And I think that she really like was shorthanding herself. She didn't know what she brought to that man's life. And it's a shame, because she really made him hot, you know?
She was everywhere. I mean, it was like I'm in a game of Pac-Man. All these little Miss Parkers chasing me around, trying to gobble me up. I think I'm having a nervous breakdown.
But I think that she never really knew her worth. She never knew how important she was, how amazing she was. And she just was selling herself short. Like, this man did not deserve her. He treated her the worst. And she just accepted it. She had him believing like he was all that. And he just wasn't. And she had to move on. Like, she just could not let it go no matter what. And I don't know why. But he continuously played in her face, played in her face, and she just allowed it. Like, just honestly, just consistently looking stupid for this man who wasn't even worth the sweat on her forehead. He just wasn't. Yes, he was a professor. Yes, he had all of that, but nobody deserves to be treated like as poorly as how he was treating her, like talking to her, you know, calling her a psycho, all of that. Like, she didn't deserve that. And like, she just continuously put up with it. And I think it's because she had low self-esteem, in my opinion. And I want to go back to when they had gotten it on, when they did it. I hate how he played in her face. Like, after they slept together, you would think that he would just, okay, now, you know, we slept together. It is what it is. But he was just playing in her face and acting like he wasn't aware, like she took advantage of him. You know what I'm saying? That R word. Like, that's how he was acting.
Miss Parker?
Oh, last night it was you, sweet chocolate thing.
Why are you wearing my robe?
Oh, I can take it off.
Oh, hell no.
You must be tired after all that energy you spent last night.
Energy? Please say we went to the gym.
Oh, well, you did give me quite a workout.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh, now it's official. We're a couple.
No, it can't be.
No backsies.
Look, Miss Parker, just because we did it once doesn't mean that we're a couple.
Oh, we did it more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. Oh, hell, I lost count. Where are you going?
To meet my maker.
Okay, boo. I'll make breakfast.
I'm talking about they even had it on tape, okay? They did it, liked it, or whatever, enough for them to even have had to record it. And she said that it was his idea to have it on tape. So this man was enjoying himself, and he messed around with this woman. It was consensual on both sides, but he was acting like, no, somehow he didn't want to do it, or she took advantage, or he was drunk. And I just hated that for her. I really did. But the whole time it's on camera. Like, y'all recorded it, all of that. Just,
What's that? I taped it. His idea.
I don't want to see that. At least not here.
And whole time he liked it, whole time he was present for it, whole time he was here for it. You would have never known that the way he acted. The way he acted, you really was going to think that, oh, somehow he was taken advantage of, or she did something that he didn't want to be done, all that. When the whole time he was okay with it, he wanted it to happen. Hell, he was present for it. He just continuously played in her face. And when you seen him go back and you see him like talking to himself in the mirror, you saw that, hey, he was there for it. He knew what was going on, but he played like he just did not know. And I hated that.
Don't forget about the sex. What about the sex? Oh, come on. Don't play games. I was there. You know she rocked your world. Yeah. And you mean you're not gonna miss any of that? Yeah. Maybe a little. It's important, you know. Yeah, you're right.
But I'm glad that she got away from that. I'm glad she learned her worth. I'm glad that she gonna have somebody that care for her, really, ready to go above and beyond to show her that she's important.
Doesn't matter. The point is, you finally found a man who truly loves you. And so did I.
And the thing about it is, they could not have picked a better man for this woman if God picked him out himself, because this man was the one, okay? This man was just absolutely amazing. They had so much in common. So much in common. Both of them was stalkers. Both of them was, you know what I'm saying, crazy. Both of them was out of this world. Both of them, okay? And God knew what he was doing when he got her this man.
Johnny, what do you do?
Oh, I'm a chef.
Wow, what a coincidence. Did you know Nikki here's a caterer?
Oh, no offense, Johnny, but I'm engaged, baby, and had I known this was a blind date, I wouldn't have come.
Well, I'm also engaged, and trust me, I'm not trying to do anything to jeopardize my relationship either.
Well, it's a relief. May I get you all something to drink?
Well, as long as we're here.
Sure, why not?
I'll have a glass of Remy Red.
Great. Come here right now.
All right, thank you. So, how long have you and your fiance been together?
5 years.
Look, 6 for me. Yeah. Just waiting until my poo is ready.
Oh, you call her Pooh? Yeah. That is so sweet. Now, I call my honey Boo. We've been through so much together.
You? I've chased away ex-boyfriends, gone through a mail, hid in garbage cans. All in the name of love.
Well, who hasn't?
Yeah, well, sometimes I wonder if she really appreciates it.
I think the same thing. My boo was sick in the hospital, and I gave him my blood to save his life. You think he'd take me out for a thank you dinner?
You gave blood?
Yes.
I gave a kidney.
No.
And I didn't even get a peck on the cheek.
But trust me, it's all worth it in the long run.
You're so right. You know what? It is nice to finally talk to someone who truly understands. A toast. To doing whatever it takes to hold on to your relationship.
And loving every damn minute of it.
When she told him that she was going to go to the same college as him, he took that as an opportunity to play in her face. Do you know that this man was trying to sign petitions to stop her from going to the school that he was supposed to be at? Because he just assumed that she was going to have another, couple of years of stalking. I'm so glad that she found Johnny. But, she didn't have what it took to really stay with Johnny, because she was still stuck and caught up on Professor, even though he kept on playing in her face. Like, it just was a big show of her low self-esteem. Okay, because the fact that she was willing to be with this type of man, put up with this type of man, I mean, I understand it's one thing you don't like her, you don't want to be with her, but it's a whole nother thing for him to go to those lengths. Creating a petition? Child, he was doing too dang much.
There is no way that woman is stepping foot on my campus.
You're kidding, right?
Hey, if they can recall a California governor, they should be able to recall one measly student application.
Hey, don't worry about it, Professor. She just want to go there anyway.
Oh, that's impossible. I'll be there.
I think Mama wants to go to USC.
So you can relax, Professor. You can have Weatherly all to yourself.
Yeah, Mama's over you.
Had the audacity to tell that perfectly good man no, that she was done or she didn't want to be with him and she was in love with this man. Annoyed me.
Miss Parker, look, I've been a fool all these years. And after the way I treated you, I don't blame you for telling me to get lost.
I'll do it for her. Get lost.
And even if you turn me away, I still want you to know I love you, Nikki Parker. With all my heart and soul.
I love you too, Boo. I'm sorry, Johnny. I think you are a wonderful man. But this man is my soulmate.
Like, it was supposed to be way romantic than it was for me, because I did not want her to end up with Stanley Ogilvy. Anyways, let's move on to her friendship with Andale, child, because right here, it gets messy, it gets messy, it gets messy.
It's no time for hysterics. Get it together. I know you didn't just slap me.
Now, a lot of people say that Andale was a good friend and how she had Monique back, aka Nikki Parker, back, and how she was just the best of friend. But I want to argue that she just was not the best of friend. She was good, like in certain instances, but other instances she just was not a good friend. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. She just wasn't that good of a friend. Okay, come on now. I'm gonna tell y'all why I didn't feel like she was a good friend. Okay, let's go. Now, first, let's talk about the, obvious. She slept with, Nikki's baby daddy, right? I thought that was messy.
You don't even want daddy. Well, except for that booty call last year.
What Andell did was wrong.
Now, Nikki and Kim thought it'd be a good idea for her ex-husband, who was a good salsa dancer, to show her best friend Andell how to salsa dance. Now, this woman was just so desperate that she took it too dang far, okay? It got messy. And for me,
If you can't dance, the only salsa I do comes with chips.
Why don't you have Daddy teach her? He's a great dancer.
That's a good idea.
Hey, why don't you guys hit that new salsa club, the Bongo Room?
How do you expect Andell to learn anything if you don't take it seriously? And you know she's a little slow.
Hey, I'm in the room.
All right, girl, just pipe down and pay attention. Now look, you come on. You try it with Mel.
Okay, count it. 1, 2, go back. 2, 3, relax. Easy.
No! You two look like two Soul Train rejects. Now listen, the salsa is a dance of passion, something he would know nothing about.
Well, how could I? I was married to you.
Hey, maybe you two want to take this outside.
You know what, Andy? I have a better idea. Why don't we take this to my house, okay? There are no irritating annoyances there.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Andell!
What? He does live in a mansion.
Yeah, well, just go on then. Get.
And then Kim tried to make her mama feel bad and say, oh, her mom was wrong for cutting Andell off, knowing damn well her mama wasn't wrong. She was not a good daughter, in my opinion, because she basically gaslit her mom, for real.
But Andell...
There are two names we do not say in this house.
Satan I can understand, but Andell is your best friend.
Andell is Satan. It doesn't bother you that your father is seeing my best friend?
No. Andell is like family and Daddy is family. And you always said that family should love each other.
Love each other. Not make love to each other.
Why do you care? You don't even want Daddy. Well, except for that booty call last year.
What Andell did was wrong.
No, Mama, you're wrong. Andell would never do anything to hurt you on purpose.
Well, it still hurts.
Well, it's gonna hurt more if you don't let go.
Like, Andell took it too dang far. Sleeping with your friend's baby daddy is a all new low, and I don't care what nobody say. And he wasn't even just her baby daddy, child. That was her ex-husband. Okay, she got married to that man. And I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if they wasn't trying to talk no more, or the relationship ended or whatever. For me, it was dead ass wrong and bogus, okay?
Inhale. Exhale. Let that witch go. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go.
And then towards the end, she gave a faulty apology, because what is you saying sorry for? You did nothing wrong, sis. Because in my opinion, I don't care what nobody say, because everybody was gaslighting her. More so Kim, but they was gaslighting her, making her feel like she was wrong. No, you had every reason to be upset, because like what? She was bogus.
Hey.
Oh, huh.
You're not gonna hit me, are you?
I thought about it, but I just got my nails done.
I didn't mean to hurt you. What happened with me and Mel just happened. I'm not even sure how.
You sure kissed like you knew how.
Look, I'm sorry. I just came to say that Mel and I aren't going to see each other anymore. And if I had known it was going to bother you so much, I would have never gone there.
You dumped Mel because of me?
No, I didn't want to deal with his crazy ex-wife.
But girl, I'm over it. Listen, if you and Mel want to get back together, I wish you the best.
Nah, besides, I can't date a man who has Popeye tattooed on his butt.
He told you about that?
Nah, girl, I still... Tell me about it. Listen to
And Nikki Parker only had 3 men, right? That she like was, liking, dating or whatever. It was the professor, right? He worked at the place, the school, and Andell did not find him attractive or nothing like that. She actually thought he was corny or for whatever reason. And plus, Nikki was head over heels over him, so it really didn't leave room for anybody else to really check him out. And I just think that, that man, for whatever reason, Andell did not go after, right? But the other 2 men, yeah, I want to say that she kind of had something. Like the Johnny, the one that she was supposed to get married to, Andell hooked that up because Andell was dating his friend. So, of course, she wouldn't try to pursue Johnny because she was dating his friend. But she definitely tried to talk to Kenny or was making little shots and saying how she wanted to go out with Kenny and disguising it as jokes. A lot of people going to be like, oh, she was just joking. Oh, she was just joking. I don't think it's a coincidence, okay, that she went after that girl's baby daddy, and then the guy that wanted her, you wanted him too? Like, girl, what? And what's crazy is when the night that she officially met Johnny was that night that Andell was making moves on her baby daddy. So in my opinion, Andell is just that weird friend, okay? She's not a really don't call her friend, because I don't think that's some friendship activities that you was going after your homegirl love interest. I don't care if somebody like my friend, I don't like them, they can't get with me, in my opinion.
You think I'm doing the right thing by going away with Kenny this weekend?
I don't think you should go.
Really?
I should go instead.
Go with Kenny.
Good. Then you tell him I'll be ready by 7.
I want you to go with Kenny and have a good time.
Oh, what about me? I want to have a good time too.
Then buy some batteries.
And let's not remember or forget the time that her cousin was messing around with the professor and she never told Monique, aka Nikki Parker. She had talked to her cousin, talked to professor, never ever talked to Nikki about it. So in my opinion, Andell was not the best friend. Like, she was a good person in some cases with this person. However, she was not given best friend tease, because there's sometimes in some instances where she could have been a better friend that she just simply was not, in my opinion.
This is all before you, but it was my understanding that you and Stanley were not dating.
And where exactly did you get a ridiculous, stupid idea like that?
From Andell.
You know about this?
Nikki, I'm sorry. I was trying to protect you. And then I felt so guilty, I came to talk to the professor.
Oh, okay. I see. You talked to your cousin, talked to the professor, but you never talked to me. You know how I feel about the professor. Of course, you're my best friend.
But that's all I wanted to talk about when it comes down to Nikki Parker and her connection with Professor. And this all I want to talk about with Nikki Parker and her connection with Andell, child. This is my partial breakdown of the Parkers. I really wanted to get into Monique, aka Nikki Parker, and her relationship with Stanley Ogilvy. And I just really want to talk about how, Monique killed this role. She did such a good job. And it really brought back a lot of memories watching this and rewatching this and really thinking about, the role she played in this man that she absolutely loved, that just simply did not feel the same way about her, and how people celebrated struggle love towards the end when they ended up together, when she really deserves way better than him all along. But this is just my opinion. These are just my opinions. Y'all have to let me know how y'all feel. Let me know if y'all feel like she deserved better, or you think that, her being with this man was a good thing. Just let me know, guys. I love y'all. Bye.